Max Cook, Edward Bowlby, and Gavin Block. Austin, Davis, Powers, Wallace, and Clemens will start for Lanphier. Lincoln will have the ball, and they'll be moving to the basket to our right here at Lober-Nika Gymnasium. Again, Railer basketball again tomorrow night back at Roy S. Anderson. The Senators of Springfield come to Lincoln.
Yeah, early start, as always, all Central State 8 games on a Saturday, early start, so 5 o'clock for the sophomores and 6:30 for the varsity.
So the Railers with the basketball. Max being watched by Austin. And we've got a foul underneath as Powers leveled Jordan Gesner. Gesner trying to set a screen. And they're going to give that one to Wallace. And that quickly, Wallace has picked up 3 for Lanphier.
Yeah, as we started the half out, what a foul, he traveled. But another foul for Lanphier already.
Railers catch a break as Kirby may have shuffled his feet. We'll use that term may very loosely. Gesner hands back to Max. Max at the free throw line, doesn't take the shot. Gavin pulls up 14-footer, got it.
Good job of Gavin not only getting to the basket or close to the basket and pulling up, but a good job of using a ball fake.
Lanphier, their first possession. Austin working against Cook. Austin goes down, and then a foul is going to be whistled on Cook. So Max has picked up his second. Yeah, the people in the Lanphier crowd almost came out of the stands as they called it on Max, who wears number 2. Austin wears number 2 for Lanphier, and he announced that the foul was on. That would have been fine with me.
Yeah, we'll take that.
7 minutes to go, third quarter. Railers down just 4, 20-16. Clemens, leading scorer for Lanphier, almost 21 points a game, held to 4 in the first half, and that's another fear. If he starts going off, you got to be careful.
Yeah, but again, he does his scoring on rebounds or fast breaks. So the Railers, if they can keep him in a half-court game, we're playing right in the hands for the Railers.
Lob underneath, and a foul. Is that going to be on Gavin as he tried to keep Wallace out of the low block? We'll go against Gavin. Block picks up his second on the team.
Not a lot of players that haven't played or have played that don't have a foul.
I think I even have one. Davis lobs into Austin. Austin outside the three-point line. Back out to Clemens. Powers. Bowlby's done a nice job. Edward did a nice job and went off his foot. Nice job by Bowlby reaching in.
Yeah. Bowlby's been a good lift for the varsity. He played almost every minute in the sophomore game and has had to log a lot of minutes because of foul trouble by Christian Van Hook. So a good play by Bowlby.
Railers. Cook, nice backdoor cut. Gesner with the reverse layup is good.
Yes.
Railers going to the basket.
Yep.
They had success doing that in the first quarter. So far, they've got their first 4 points here in the second half, and they've cut it to 2. Clemens is going to drive. Gavin cuts him off. Austin with a nice catch in the lane, flips it up high, won't go down. Tip try, ball still on the glass. Powers goes up. He flips it to the basket. That's no good. And coming out strong with the rebound is Bowlby. Well, if there's a fight, I'm going to be on Bowlby's side.
Well, yeah, they were crawling all over his arms and everything. He had to do something to get off of him.
Bowlby playing very strong here tonight. High post, Bowlby over to Gesner. Railers a chance to tie or take the lead this time down as we're under 5.5 to go. Gesner a long 3, left it way short, an air ball. Gesner was maybe a step or 2 past his distance.
Shot not needed. A bad shot. You've done a good job of working the ball, getting layups in the first 2 possessions of the half, and then Gesner pulls up from way too far out. We can get that shot at any time.
5:20 to go after the miss. Briggity back in for Lanphier. He has 2 fouls. 5:10 to go in the third quarter. It is number 1 Lanphier 20, Lincoln 18. Briggity pulls up from 17 and hits his first 2 of the night. 22-18. Back to a 4-point advantage for the Lions. Cook finds Larry Austin waiting for him as he crosses the timeline. Over to Kirby. Cook. Davis goes down. Cook gets by him. Block in the corner. His three left it short again. Quickly down court. Austin. He'll go in, flips it over to Clemens, who lays it up and in.
That's where they get going. They get a rebound and start running. And Gavin's got to get his feet set. He's just trying to shoot it a little too quick. And that time he airballed it. But the Railers got to get back on defense.
24-18, back to the 6-point advantage that Lanphier had at halftime. Max with a spin off the glass, working against Austin is good. Max with 3, back to a 4-point game. Davis into the front court for Coach Shanklin. Brigady skips it over to the left side. Davis handles the dribble, looking for Brigady. A long 3, back rim, no good. And we're going to have Wallace going the other way as he came over the back. And Wallace now finds himself in bigger foul trouble than Van Hook.
Well, it seems that as Christian Van Hook checks in for Bowlby, but I think you could almost get an over-the-back foul every time for Lanphier. They crash 4 guys at least to the boards every time. At that time, Edward, a great job of getting him on his backside and going up strong for the board.
Under 4 minutes to go, 3:50 left in our third quarter. Railers down by 4, 24-22, Lanphier. Cooks picked up his dribble, needs some help, gets it over to Gesner. Gesner called for steps. Traveling, whistled against the Railers, another turnover.
Yeah, and I think some of that can be pointed to Lanphier. You know, you get trying to play too quick, and you don't get your feet set. And I think a lot of that has come because of Lanphier's pressure of trying to get around him and trying to get by your guy.
So the Railers were down by 6. They cut it to 2. Lanphier stretched it back out to 6. And now just a 4-point game with 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Austin on the right side, down in the corner, lobs to Brigady, cutting under the basket. Rejected away by Van Hook. Nice job by Christian. Cook crosses the timeline as the Railers look to cut into this Lanphier lead. Switch out high. Did Max lose it? Lost ahead. Can Brigady pick it back up? He does. Flips it up off the glass and good. 26-20, under 3 minutes to go, third quarter.
Yeah, again, there, just another dribbling mistake, tipped away off the dribble. The Railers got to do a better job of moving the ball.
Austin back to Max, cutting down the lane, lays it up and in.
Yeah, Austin tried to go for the steal on Cook and got beat backdoor by his guy. And I think if the Railers move the basketball, we can get layups. This is a helter-skelter defense. They don't they do pressure a lot, but they gamble a lot. They gamble a lot by reaching. If the Railers can just take care of the ball and get going to the basket, we can get layups. We've shown that.
Timeout taken by the Railers. It's just a 30. We will keep it here at Lobernica. 2:41 to go. And so, Josh, I guess a little bit more on that. Back doors should be open if you can just hang on to it.
If we can hang on to the ball. Most of our turnovers tonight, Jeff, has been just trying to dribble in front of our own man, not necessarily another guy coming to help. It's not been a trap. It's just handling the ball one-on-one. And again, the Railers cannot practice against this type of pressure in practice. It's you just got to be strong with the ball and make sure that you don't cross over in front of these guys.
So after the timeout, Lanphier will have the ball. Coming out of the huddle for the Railers, Gesner, Cook, Kirby, Block, and Van Hook. Cook and Christian leading the way for the Railers. Each has 5. Davis over to Brigady, into the offensive end for Lanphier. Clemens swinging around quickly. Brigady with the shot fake. Goes in, throws it off the glass. That's no good. Ball loose. Gesner picks it up for the Railers, and he'll curl back around and slow things down. Max working against Jalen Brigady. Max down the lane, flips it back over to Block. Gavin with some contact, no call. Gesner will get it back over to Cook with the 2-minute mark approaching here in the third. Railers down 4. Look to go back door. Max backing Brigady down, backing and kicks back out. Austin, can he drain a 3? Spins off, no good. Ball tipped out. Gesner, was he the last to touch it? And they're going to say he was.
Yeah, good job by Max of backing down the smaller guard. I liked to see him shoot that ball. He had a good kind of turnaround just off the block, and I think Max with his height could have shot it over Brigady.
1:45 to go. Hope you're enjoying this one from Springfield. Off the glass, won't go down. Max snatches the rebound down and guns quickly for the Railers. Max into the front court. Hands back to Gavin. Don't travel. Gesner trying to clear some space. Christian working against Powers. In the corner, Kirby now out to block. Gesner, they swing it around to Van Hook. Railers looking to even their record at 12-12 on the season. 6-6 in the conference with a huge win here. They can pull it off. Max has picked up his dribble. Gesner comes around the screen inside the three-point line. Front rim no good. Gavin tried to say it last touch. They're going to say last touch by block.
The guy hit it out. If he didn't hit it out, he hit his arm, one of the two.
Gavin had it, came down with it, and got knocked out of his hands. They're going to say Gavin was the last to touch it. 1 minute to go in our third. Railers hanging in, down by just 4. Podbelsic and Bowlby wait at the scorer's table to check in for the Railers. Now can Lanphier hold for one? Davis goes baseline, and Christian just picked up number 4. Christian went up, but he jumped with him, and the contact, you just can't invite that kind of a call.
Yeah, it was a good move by Davis, but again, I thought Christian went straight up and did a good job of keeping one arm. Didn't bring an arm down as he went to go try and block the shot. He kept it straight up, and the ref got him with some body.
Davis made his first 2 free throw attempts in the first quarter. This one on the way is good. Hayes, Bowlby, Podbelsic. In, Kirby, block, Van Hook out. 41 seconds to go here in the third. 27-22.
Yeah, good substitution by coach. You get those guys a break. The 41 seconds here left in the third, and then you get the in-between quarters a break. So the Railers got to hold tight here and see if we can get a nice basket of going to the basket again. Keep going to the rim. We've been able to get easy shots going to the basket. We've got to keep doing it.
33 seconds to go. Railers down by 6 in the third. 28-22. Gesner working against Brigady, back to Hayes. Cook, 23 seconds to go. Max drives in, picks up his dribble, and a foul is going to be whistled, and I think they get that one on Davis.
Yeah, that'll be the third team foul on the Lions. The Railers with 3 team fouls also, so pretty even with the fouls, and that could come into play too, the bonus in the fourth quarter.
20 seconds to go. They inbound to Cook in the backcourt. Down to 16. Max working against pressure defense of Clemens. Down to 10 seconds. Max started to spin, almost lost it, skips back in. Hayes went right through his hands, ball loose. Down to 3, got to look at the shot, got to look at the clock. Gesner flips it up toward the basket, wouldn't go down. Railers did not handle that end of quarter possession well. At the end of 3, it is Lanphier 28, Lincoln 22. Back with the fourth quarter in 60 seconds. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.